Hey everybody, how are you today? Welcome to Magical Mind Shifting. I am Mama B, and today's question that I have for you is, have you made a decision today? Have you made a decision about what you want your day to look like? First off, what you want your thoughts to be throughout the day, and what it is you want for your life in general. The power of decision is highly underrated. If we don't make a decision about what or who we want to be, then how are we ever going to get there? Right? I had a perfect example of this morning. So, those of you, I've shared before that I am nearly 50 years old and I'm starting to go through this fabulous thing called menopause. And I find myself specifically early in the morning at times, I tend to have a thought that starts a negative spiral, right? And I will find myself spiraling downward and downward and getting to the point where everything is just overwhelming. My entire life is, going to shit, all the things, right? And I found myself doing that this morning, in fact, to the point where I didn't want to work out. I didn't want to do any of the things because I just got into such a spiral that I was done. Wanted to give up, right? Didn't care about anything anymore. I was just going to go hide in a corner and rock myself to oblivion, whatever. And I made a decision. First decision was, okay, I'm going to work out because I do know that for myself, as I am able to get myself in a more powerful state, as I'm starting to get my body moving and get things flowing, that I tend to start to elevate my thought processes. Okay. If I'm in a negative thought process, if I get up and start working out or start moving, it tends to help. So that was my first thought, my first decision. Okay. And as I'm walking and as I'm working out and I'm starting to just, get in the groove, still spiraling, still going, I remembered that I have a choice. I have a choice in how I think and how I feel, and that those do not dictate me or who I am. They do not have power over me. I have power over them. I made a choice to stop. And just like that, it was gone. Just like that, it was gone. To the point where I kind of blew my own mind. But it happened, and I remembered the power that we have in making a simple decision. We tend to let life come at us when that's not how life works. Life works through us. We create our experience. Our life outside of us is simply a mirror of what we think, feel, and decide. And our thoughts and our feelings are not what dictate our actions. Our decisions of who we want to be, what we want to do, and how we want to show up to life, that's what makes our decisions. That's what makes our life. Who we are. Not our thoughts, not our feelings, because those are emotional based. They're hormonal based for me, in my case, right? I'm flipping around like a freaking bipolar spider monkey. But I recognize that it is not me. Those decisions, those feelings, those thoughts are not my reality. They are a byproduct of what I have going on physiologically. We all have things differently. We have depression, we have anxiety, we have all of these things that come at us from our physiology that then dictate our lives, that then cripple us. And we have a choice. We have an absolute choice to let that happen or not let that happen. And I was reminded of that heavily this morning. I have a choice. You have a choice. Everything you do in life, you have a choice. Everything you want in life, you have a choice. Who are you? Who are you showing up as? And are you going to let your emotions and your feelings, which we all can get in our feels real easy, but is that going to dictate your life? Is it? Are you going to let your life be dictated on whether or not you feel happy, or whether or not somebody, complimented you today, or whether or not, you saw something good on your Facebook feed, or, maybe somebody said some snarky bullshit and that just ruined your whole day? No. We have a choice. What is your decision? What decision do you want to make? Right? We have a choice. Our feelings are not who we are. We dictate our world. You dictate your reality. Your world is created through you. It doesn't happen to you. What do you want? Decide. Decide. And if you can't make a decision, sit back and don't decide anything. Just recognize that you're not in a good place. It's okay to not be in a good place. It's okay to not be okay. And to recognize that those thoughts are not who you are. Those thoughts are just fleeting, bypassing old programming. Let them fly on by. And if you can, just sit it out, wait it out, because I promise you a better state of mind will happen. Just don't get caught up in how you think or how you feel in that moment, because that will change in the next moment. Who you are. Who are you? Not who are your thoughts, not who are your emotions. Who are you? And what do you want? Love you.